G'day off trackers, welcome to Product Review Wednesday. This is going to be something I'm going to be starting from here on in. I'm basically just going to pick out items that I've got in the car and I'm going to review them now that I've been running everything a fair while. So this week's review, we're going to be reviewing the TJM heavy duty air compressor. So this one's their single one, they now make a double. Full disclosure, I do work for TJM. All that means is that I have the option to buy products at a cheaper price. So I didn't have to buy their air compressor. Could have bought ARBs, could have bought Bush Ranger, but I decided to go with this one because it's 100% duty cycle. So as you know in the past, I was running the ARB single air compressor in the portable box. As you would have seen in one of the videos, I left that at Evan's Head. Was a bit frustrated with that air compressor because it got very hot. Wasn't 100% duty cycle. Duty cycle means that it can run non-stop. It doesn't get so hot that it overheats and turns off. The ARB one does get very hot and does shut itself off. Hence why I had to leave it outside the car for about 10 minutes to cool off after using it. And I left it at Evan's Head. So after that one, I got the BCF. Thought it was an absolute gun. The XTM, which is BCF's and Super Cheap's one. Thought it was an absolute ripper. Did tyres in about a minute and 40 seconds, but after 3 goes, it burnt itself out. Also had a customer come in and tell me his caught on fire after 3 goes. So, got to be careful what I say, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying one of those, in my opinion, and from what I've heard. So then I started looking around at what to get, whether or not I was going to put the TJM one into a toolbox or to mount it. I basically ended up deciding, because it's 100% duty cycle, because it's way bigger than the ARB, that I would go the TJM one. And I decided to mount it in the car, and I've actually got an outlet on either side. Ash, if you just pan down on your side, you'll see an outlet on that side. And then when I demo the actual air hose, you'll see that I've got one on this side. So mounted it underneath the seat, which is where we are now. So the seat basically drops down and she's all tucked away out of the way. Lift it up. So I don't have to lift the seat to use it because of where those vents are. And I switch it from my main switch panel in the roof. And yeah, it basically sits in there. Didn't want it in the canopy because, as you guys know, I take that off. And that's why the outlets. So haven't had any problems with it. Hasn't skipped a beat. It's not very loud and doesn't get very hot, so it's safe to put under the seat. So I did buy the airline kit and the deflator as well. So the TJM air hose, nice strong rubber air hose. And then you also get the digital inflator, which highly recommend so you can get your pressures right. Doesn't have to be TJM, but any digital tire deflator that's good quality, heavily recommend. And then you can just basically hold it on and let it go. So I'll just do a demo so you can hear the noise. Flick it on for you. And then Ash, if you just want to come around this side. So I've basically just got these caps on it just to keep the dirt out. I get these from Works. One of our arms, Spinifex Engineering, we use them in that arm for our Rambler cars, Rambler builds. So just chuck that on it. Get your air hose. Quick release, plug it in. Pull it forward. Chuck your inflator on the other side. And away you go. Chuck it on. So, been running this one now for about 3 months. Haven't had any issues. It's not overly loud, does vibrate a fair bit, but that's what you get with a bigger air compressor. And to do the tires, so yeah, the BCF one, it was basically working so hard that it blew itself up. That was a minute 40. The TJM single one will do my tires from 15 PSI to 40 in 2 minutes and 37 seconds is what I timed it. So that's Product Review Wednesday. Hope you like it. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll keep putting stuff up. See you next one.